Now, Storm Tracker 12 weather with meteorologist Sarah Kress.
Look out across the region as we're moving through this morning. We have been seeing those clouds increase. Areas over west side, not as much over east, but that's our first telltale sign that we're getting ready to see a little bit of activity into our afternoon. Current temperatures 58 degrees in Medford, 60 in Mount Shasta, 56 in Klamath Falls. Definitely feeling warmer inland compared to the coast, only 48 at Gold Beach. Those higher, warmer temperatures are going to be saved for us areas inland into the 70s as we're at our west side valleys, 60s areas over east side. Bit more cloud coverage for the coast. It's breezy for today, but temperatures are going to be feeling a bit cooler. Right now on radar, we're not tracking much, but we're going to be watching this over the next few hours and through the evening to start seeing some of those showers begin to develop as we're into the afternoon and possibly tracking out some thunderstorms. But let's take a closer look at Stormcast over the next few hours. So into the early afternoon, we have the potential to see those showers begin to fire up. We'll continue with us as we're through the afternoon into the evening. A slight chance for an isolated shower areas over east side as we're heading later into this evening, but most of that activity for today is going to be areas west side. And then as we're heading overnight, we'll see a little bit of a break in activity. Showers become a little bit more widespread in those chances, but they'll be a bit more isolated for us tonight. We'll also see those cloud coverage increase across the whole region for a bit more clouds tomorrow and into our Saturday. But in the days ahead, widespread showers are expected for us again tomorrow and into our Saturday with much cooler weather on the day, dropping those temperatures back down below average for the start of our weekend. Tracking in with that precipitation, like I mentioned, more widespread for your Friday into your Saturday as well. We'll see those showers begin to wrap up into your Sunday, and then we'll dry out and warm up as we're heading into next week. But I want to take a closer look at the next days ahead. Tomorrow into the afternoon is really when we'll see those showers begin to ramp up again, especially if we're getting a little bit of that daytime heating. They become a bit more widespread for us. And as we head overnight into Friday, we'll still see some shower activity, just not as much as there was into the afternoon. Same trend will happen again into our Saturday. Snow levels do drop a little bit, but that'll be into those higher elevations that we could see some accumulating snow. But in terms of tomorrow and thunderstorms, it does shift a little bit over towards our east. We do have a chance tomorrow to see some thunderstorms east side into Klamath and Lake County. Again, same risk as today. You can see some heavy downpour, some gusty outflow winds, the chance for some lightning and even some small hail. Now in terms of temperatures, like I mentioned, they will be dropping as we're into our Friday and Saturday. We're back into the 50s for your Saturday. They'll slowly begin to climb as we dry out into our Sunday, and then we'll be back into the 70s for next week. And we're keeping a close eye on a system for our Tuesday, but it doesn't look like it is going to be cooling us down. Let's take a look at your next 7 days for the coast. Breezy again as we're into the weekend, and then we'll begin to dry out into next week. Over into Northern California tomorrow, showers will be likely as well as your Saturday, but tracking some chances for some storms for your Friday. Over into the Klamath Basin, more cloud coverage tomorrow. Showers will be likely for your Friday and Saturday. Over into the mountains, we could see some high elevation snow for your Friday and Saturday, and over into the Rogue Valley, we're ending out the week wet and cool.